Hello, friends, and welcome back to Hallmark Never Stop Blowing Up. I am here with our Hallmark Heroes in their ongoing adventure to try to save the town of Hallmark from Polaris Rome, international terrorist for hire. Johnny Blaze.
Nope.
Trying again. Johnny Evans.
There he is.
Hollywood action hero. You have 2 machine guns. You have used them pretty violently in combat. You have committed a murder to try to cover up the fact that you have cheated on your girlfriend, Holly Ringer. You blew up the Fimblewinter Ski Resort in pursuit of getting a bottle of champagne, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you have just shoved Holly into the passenger seat of a truck, even though your drive is a D4 and hers is a D8.
All in a day's work, baby. This is just clocking in, clocking out.
Holly Ringer, you've been a part of these combats. You've been a part of these circumstances, though you've tried to avoid violence yourself, relying on your EMP, relying on your hacking. You're an excellent driver now. You also had a moment of reconnection on a ski lift with Cole, Mississippi, where he was warming your feet with nearby fire from a flamethrower before you had to escape. Cole, you had this moment of ski lift connection with Holly Ringer, who you've had a flame for so many years, constantly trying to say, I love, and then being horrifically injured or ignored. You've passed out multiple times and are in the passenger seat of the chicken truck making your way back to Grandma's house. Patty/Trish Kaek. You have been trying to keep this group from dying. You're secretly trying to give Cole and Holly more time to reconnect. And then you and Johnny burned down this resort quite gleefully, forming the distraction you needed for all of you to get away safely. And you were all making your way back to Grandma's house. Johnny, you are driving because you took over the driver's seat of this whole thing. Can you please roll me a drive DC5?
No, it doesn't have to be DC5, right? We got this. We got this. This is great. This is easy.
That's a 1?
Start out strong.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Great. Can you take your turbo token?
Oh, that's right. Nice. I'll just add that.
On the drive back, Johnny dings 2 different parked cars. Before Grandma's garage door opens automatically, she's been looking out the window. Grandma's been worried. You can see her in the window, Holly, just peering out and running in to hit the button for the garage. Johnny drives the truck in full of chickens, and there's that moment of almost stopping in the appropriate place where Johnny accidentally hits the gas and just hammers into the back of the garage. The chickens are okay. Chickens are unharmed, but Johnny did really beef it. You have successfully made it to Grandma's. She hurries out and is like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?"
Holly's gonna run out.
You've got
the
chickens?
Passenger.
Are you okay?
Oh, Grandma, I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, and she's hugging her grandma. It's all been so crazy. Did you see what happened at the tree lighting ceremony?
Of course, we were all there. I got taken hostage by evil carnies, and then they just let us all go and said we're doing the Chestnut Festival.
Oh, they didn't say anything else. That's it.
That's all I got. Then I went to the carnival. Haley Barris won. I don't know, if you're not going to show up to the events, then she's going to be Chestnut Queen. I think it's your year.
I know, Grandma. I know. But we'll get it all figured out. Can we stay here for tonight?
Yeah, of course. I could see some of your friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Cole. And, he's not doing well. Okay, Patty, do you want to bring Cole in? We can get him a hot compress.
Yeah, Grandma, can you boil some water for me?
Of course.
And
she leans into you, Holly, and says, "You're going to have to tell me about your other friend a little later," throws Johnny a wink.
Right. Well,
Grandma hurries into the kitchen.
Boiling water, she's going to disinfect her tools.
Questions later.
Load him in.
yeah. Holly's gonna come help to carry Cole back into the house.
Cole is hurriedly carried inside. I gotta check. Okay, there's one guest room in this house, which used to be your bedroom, Holly. So the question is, do you give Cole your bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So Cole is carried into Holly's childhood bedroom, laid out on the bed in full position. What are you doing medically to assist Cole, Mississippi with his heinous ski lift fall, Holly catch with rib cage injuries?
Yeah, well, of course, the first step is assessment. Right. Okay. So I gotta kind of capture what's going on. I can see for sure that there has been some blunt force trauma to his chest. So, when it comes to the BCLS, like we're always looking airway, okay, breathing and circulation. So I can see that all these things are intact, but I think everything's pretty soft tissue-y, but
Incredibly soft tissue.
yeah.
It used to be hard to
Right,
get out.
yeah.
Soft tissue.
You used to have an exoskeletal system.
And now it's just pudding. Yeah. So just like cleaning up some little contusions, wiping things away, and then I want to check and see if Grandma has some painkillers.
Grandma opens the door and says, I've got your boiled water. She's got a
you.
pot from the oven full of boiled water.
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, she was out on top of the stove. She brought it out.
I thought you meant she boiled it in the oven.
She got a pot that she boiled in the oven and rushed it out so it'd be extra hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you want me to put this somewhere?
That's great. Just put it down on the floor. Do you have like maybe some rags or something I can use to just kind of like cleanse some of these lacerations?
She goes over to a rug and sets down the
Perfect.
pot. I got some extra bed sheets.
That'd be great, Grandma.
All right,
Thank
just
you.
a second. Comes
Yeah.
back. Here's the bed sheets.
Trish takes them and just starts ripping linen.
Oh. We'll get more spares. Don't you do you? This feels like you're using medical technology. I'm going to say, can you roll me a tech DC4?
Oh boy, God, I hope this goes okay. Cool. Yeah. I got a 3 and I can use one of these.
There you
Heck
go.
yeah, you can use
Okay.
a turbo token. You
Yeah.
blow it up.
We got to get him better. A 3. So I'm sitting at 7.
You successfully tear the bandages away that you need. This
Yeah.
will all work perfectly for you. So you can begin your work on
Yeah.
Cole, Mississippi. It's
Yeah.
going to take some time for you to get him fully
Yes.
patched up.
Yes.
But you can continue. Holly and Johnny, would
Mm-hmm.
you stay to assist or would you go to get things set up for everyone to rest for the night? Also, you might have questions for Grandma. Grandma might have questions for you.
That's true. I think Holly would be hovering and try to assist. I don't know how useful she would be in doing so.
Would you want an extra pair of hands, Patty? Or
Well, I was going to say, actually, could you go and see if Grandma has some like Advil or Tylenol or something?
Raiding Grandma's
Yeah. Yeah.
cabinet in the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
great. Holly, can you roll me a wits DC5?
It's 5 exactly.
Hot damn.
You find some
Beautiful.
painkillers. So you've got the basic over-the-counter stuff, Tylenol, Advil, any other equivalent in the Hallmarkian regime.
Yeah.
Those are all available. So she hurries back to bring you those.
Perfect.
There's work going on. So Holly is running through the house to collect things as
Yes.
Trish needs them over the course of this adventure. Johnny, what are you up to?
Johnny's in the kitchen. Johnny's hungry. He hasn't eaten all day. So Johnny's just like looking through, like, Grandma, you got anything to eat in here? Like, it's been a long day. We got to get our spirits up.
Can you roll me a wits DC3?
Sure.
Johnny's got to fuel his machine.
Yeah, Johnny hasn't hit his macros today. A 4.
A 4. You're seeing a couple of different items that you could enjoy. What are 3 things, or I guess 4 things, Johnny would like in the average fridge that would speak to him despite being a Hollywood elite?
Ooh. So, like, this is not what he would have in his own
Correct.
fridge. This
No.
is just, so he's definitely going to look for, like, some kind of like a granola bar, like, a protein bar would be nice. He's got to get those proteins into him. But like just a granola bar, he's got a Cliff Bar, something easy. He needs a fruit, needs an apple. He's got, if there's yogurt in there, that would be nice because this is all, he's got to get those good bacteria. And then like, I don't know, like a little treat for Johnny. Is there a kombucha in there, Grandma? What does she got?
I will say you find a protein bar, you find yogurt, you find an apple, and there is a chestnut muffin from Ringer's Sweets and Treats that is available.
So he'll pull out the muffin. hey, babe, they got these, I got those muffins. You know, these are okay, right?
She's carrying a pile of painkillers in her arms. Just, of course, Johnny. They're from the bakery just down the street.
He like takes a big bite out of it. He's like, "You want it? You want some? You hungry?"
You enjoy it, Johnny.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay, hey, thanks. What about your guy there? Is he okay? Does he need something?
Maybe I'll go ask Patty.
Holly hurries off.
Yeah.
Grandma sidles up into the kitchen and says, all right. Well, take a seat, please. And she sets you up a little plate and a little place you can sit and eat.
Oh, hey, thanks, Grams. This is great.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. So you must be the fabled Johnny I've heard so much about.
My reputation precedes me, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah,
She
that's awesome.
pulls out a chair and sits opposite you and says, so what are your intentions with my granddaughter?
Oh, Holly?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just having fun. She and I have been hanging out. She is a pretty good photographer.
She's a great photographer. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, sure.
So your intentions after 3.5 years of dating my granddaughter are just to have fun?
Well, I don't want to. I'm not putting anything out there. I'm trying to focus on my career right now, right? And she knows that. She knows that I'm I'm like 2 steps away from really making it to the big time.
Do you need to be big time, or do you just need to be happy?
Johnny takes a pause and goes, I don't see the difference.
Well, I mean, some people care about their personal relationships because fame is fleeting.
Not if you do it right, Grams. And he takes a big bite of the apple. Right? Like Tom Cruise. That guy's been famous forever.
Yeah, but he's very lonely.
No, I don't see how.
Well, I mean, he's had several failed marriages.
Yeah, but like Nicki Kidman.
Are you gonna fail Holly and then go off and marry famous people?
I'm not a mind reader, Grandma. I just take every day. I live in the moment. You know what I mean?
Well, why don't you look into your own mind? Do you really care about Holly, or is she just a stepping stone? Are you going to leave a good photographer for a great one?
Grandma, come on. I'm just trying to enjoy a snack here.
Yeah, and I'm here to give you this ring. And she shows you a small ring box and flips it open and says, "This is the ring that Holly's father gave her mother. And now that her mother's passed, I thought it might be meaningful if you were going to propose for you to use that ring."
And like Johnny looks at it, and it's a little, it's a little plain, I assume. It's like a little...
For Johnny.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ring in any other term.
Of course. And I think Johnny knows when to when he's got to turn the charm on a little bit. Like he can't always. And he goes, "You know what, Grandma? You're right. I think I've been too in here, and I got to be more in here. So I'm gonna take this, Grandma, and maybe when the moment's right,
Yeah, the chestnut ball.
Oh yeah, the chestnut ball. That's a good idea, Graham. I think that might work. Hey, you got any more of these muffins? These are good.
I mean, for somebody who's joining the family, I might have a couple of muffins."
Grandma. And he just like puts the ring like into a pocket. He's just like, "Oh yeah, all right, where's these muffins?"
Yeah, and he goes and gets you a selection of muffins for this medical care. Mm-hmm. Now, the encounter on the mountain had ended, which means you do have quick healing, Trish. So you can remove one injury level from someone in the party. Mm-hmm. Who would you like that to be?
Oh, it's got to be my main man, Cole, Mississippi.
Johnny's in the kitchen like, "Hey, Trish." Like my wrist. I don't know. My wrist is like doing something weird. Can you come take a look at it?
Yeah.
So, Cole, you can remove one injury level. So you return to consciousness. You are still injured and hampered by your injuries, but you are awake. You wake up to find Trish over you and Holly in the room hovering, her arms still full of pill containers, not sure what might be needed.
Well, aren't you two a sight for sore eyes?
Oh, Cole. Oh, I was so worried. How are you? She's fumbling tons of pills. How are you feeling?
I've been better, gang, but as long as I have my 2 close friends, I think I'm gonna be fine. Is Laurel okay? Is Laurel okay? Did somebody check in with the president?
Oh,
We haven't had a chance yet, Cole, but we're working on it. He said he was going to take care of Laurel, all right? Right now, let's take care of you.
I lean back on the pillows. I'm just like, all right, I guess I gotta put myself in the passenger seat right now. But you two are extremely capable. I hope I didn't say anything that crossed the line, Holly.
Oh, no, not at all, Cole. You've done such a good job of taking care of me. Thank you. We'll take care of you now.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody got any muffins or something? I feel my belly, she is a-rumbling.
And Grandma brings out chestnut muffins for everyone other than Johnny. There are just enough for each of you to have one muffin because Johnny had 3. But you all eat your muffin. You were generally...
Wait, we're quartering a muffin?
No, you get your own muffins.
Okay. I was going to say, Johnny brings in a bunch of muffin stumps.
These are the worst parts.
I found these in the kitchen.
Okay, there are 6 muffins for all of you to eat, but it's all bottom halves. All the muffin tops have been eaten by Johnny, but you get to eat the rest, and you get to settle in for this night. Trish, can you roll me a wits DC 4, 5, 6, DC 8?
You bet.
And this is for patching everybody up, because I see there are still 4 injury levels for the party that have been put in. So this will be how many? It's 2 per injury
12.
level.
Yeah.
Hell yes. All right.
Get nuts.
It blows up.
Yes.
17.
17. Wow. Okay. I am going to say, Trish, with all of your efficiency from your time in the emergency room, with your BCLS training, with what does BCLS stand for? I didn't ask you the first time, and I don't want to pretend I know.
Basic cardiac life support.
Sounds like you made it up. But I thought,
Not confident at the end.
It's an acronym.
Just double check.
It passes the smell test.
But essentially, it's CPR.
cool. I just wanted to make sure that everyone, including me, knew what I was talking about. But using that training, using that experience, not only do you manage to bandage everybody's injuries, get them kind of laid down into places where they can sleep effectively. Everyone gets a good night's sleep out of this because Trish sets up the couches. She figures it all out, so no one has that weird shoulder back problem from sleeping on a couch or a floor. It's all taken
Mama's
care
got
of.
you.
And because of her efficiency, after all of you are put down, Trish does manage to clean and maintain everyone's weapons. She doesn't know how, but she watches YouTube videos and just your machine guns are ready, Johnny. Your rocket launcher is protected. She refuels both flamethrowers. There's nothing she can do for your EMP because it was lost inside the server farm, but you know,
If she
there's
could, she would.
if she could. If there was a YouTube video that showed her how to deal with a government EMP, you feel like it would be working at this point. And then, Trish, you finally get to kind of lay yourself down and rest up overnight. You all wake up in the morning. Oh, did you have something you wanted to do?
I wanted to talk to Patty, like, as we're falling asleep.
Okay,
Oh, I love
great.
this.
Trish, you then put yourself down to bed. You are also sleeping in the living room, which is where Holly is sleeping. Johnny is sleeping on one couch, Holly on the other. Johnny is snoring loudly. He is all the way out. There's no risk of anything being overheard. I will flag for all of you with that successful roll, all of your injuries are healed. They will be when you wake up. So when you wake up, you're going to be back there, but you can take them off now. Okay. As you lay down, Trish, though, you do hear a quiet whisper from Holly Ringer.
Patty, are you asleep?
Yeah. Hey, Halls. You okay?
Yeah. Patty, I wanted to ask you, is it okay if I call you Patty, or would you like me to call you Trish?
I really appreciate you asking, but
Yeah.
you can always call me Patty.
Okay. I know you and me we're always close and like sisters, but I just want to be sure I'm treating you well too.
Halls, that's so sweet.
Thanks so much for taking care of all of us, and I didn't realize how much I missed you until we got to spend a whole day together.
I really missed you too. And I take care of people. That's what I do. And you know, Halls, I gotta say, I'm kind of worried. Like, are you taking care of you?
Oh, of course I am. I'm pursuing my dream. I'm getting everything that I want. I want that for you too. Are you happy working at Mom's bakery?
Well, you know, your mom was really important to me.
Yeah.
And the bakery was important to her, so it's important to me by default.
Right.
And, you know, when you come back and you're running the bakery and who knows, you know, I've been thinking lately that maybe nursing isn't really the thing for me, and maybe it would be like you and me running it together.
Oh.
Imagine how happy your mom would be to know that we were taking over it together.
Yeah, I'm sure that Mom would have wanted that.
What's wrong?
I don't know if that's what I want. I mean, I really like my life in the city and with Johnny, and I didn't think this town was that important. Like, you're important to me, but I just don't know now.
Well, you know what, Halls? I don't think we have to decide tonight.
That's true. And I mean, if terrorists blow up the whole town, then I guess all of that is off the table. So I guess the first step is just to save Hallmark.
Sounds easy, right?
Well, as long as you're here, I think we can do it together.
There's nothing we can't do together, Halls.
That's right. Okay. Good night.
Sweet dreams.
You too.
And you both fall asleep with this emotional turmoil roiling within you. but also settled a little bit by the fact that you do have close friends, and in your case, sisters, sister friends.
Sister wives.
That's not accurate.
That one's wrong. Oh, sorry. I got caught up.
And you all wake up to a beautiful Hallmark morning. The smell of chestnut gas fills your nostrils. A subtle miasma flavoring the air, but in a way that is deeply satisfying to all of you, because this reminds you of those muffins that you have eaten, of the chestnuts that you grow, Cole. And you all find yourselves coming back together in the kitchen of this house. Grandma has been baking. She's got a whole big breakfast laid out. She did, egg white omelets for you, Johnny, so that they could hit the macros, and the rest of you get whatever is satisfying to whoever you are. She knows everyone so well. Instinctively, she can look at someone and know the perfect meal that they need to eat, Grandma. And you all have the chance to eat as she putters around kind of serving coffee and tea and other things. She says, well, it's the day for the ice skate jamboree. I mean, are you guys excited for the nut slide and chestnut hockey?
Not as excited as I am for these bacon-wrapped chestnuts you made, my favorite. How'd you know?
You just had that look about you.
Yeah.
Colt, Mississippi, you're practically a member of this family.
That means a lot to me.
That means a lot to me, too. And maybe we'll have another family member soon. She gives a wink to you, Johnny.
Johnny, just totally ignores. He's just eating it. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever you say, Grandma. Hey, pal, how you feeling? Yeah, you have a good sleep?
Yeah, I did. Thank you so much for asking. How was your sleep?
Oh, man,
Johnny?
sleeping on a couch. Not great. Feeling a little tight. Got to stretch it out today. Thanks for asking, though, bud. You're great.
Trish, you set up a perfect bed. Johnny's lying.
She's like this.
You can see right through him.
Grandma, do you still have my old skates that I could maybe bring?
Can you roll me a wits DC 2?
Oh, yeah.
It's a 7.
Well, not only do I have your skates, I may have sharpened up some skates for your little friends. Got some for everybody. She takes out an old pair. Trish, you have your own skates in the
Of
house
course.
because you lived here. And then there are 2 pairs of skates that have been left. They are originally your dad's, Holly, and your mom's skates. Which means Cole and Johnny are both looking. Johnny, I need you to choose evens or odds.
Let's go evens.
The evens. All right, I'm rolling
That's
a D20. That is an even. Johnny, you fit into perfectly Holly's dad's skates.
Love it.
So these are very solid, very lightly used hockey skates. So they fit, they are ready for you. Everything is perfect. Cole, you slip into a pair of women's figure skates that surprisingly fit you. It turns out they match, but you will have the picks on the front. So you have to be a little more careful while you're skating because these are not designed for hockey skates.
Okay, well, I'll do what I can with these. I appreciate them, Grandma Ringer. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now, I know, Holly, just in case, because I knew you were coming and I thought you were bringing a special friend. I thought you might need some chestnut hockey sticks. So, I started off getting them made for you in the workshop down in the basement. And then I'm imagining, Hattie, do you have your own stick? Did you start making one this year?
Well, I did, but it's actually at the bakery.
Oh, okay. And you must have a selection of sticks. What you all know that I will tell you, you all know that chestnut hockey is a game where there is a puck made of baked chestnuts that have been made into a puck. And the entire town plays, all of whom have to make a hockey stick out of a limb from a chestnut tree. There are 2 teams, but if your stick is broken by someone else, you are eliminated. So it is somewhat competitive. The quality of the stick is very key to success in lasting to the end of the game and making sure your team wins. Obviously, Cole, you would have a natural advantage because you have a chestnut tree farm. So you have a large amount of sticks to have access to. Yeah. Though right now you've really been focusing on your boxcars and that Ponderosa pine.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to look outside myself, just grow as a person and grow my skill set.
And that's why Grandma brings you down to the workshop, all of you, and says, well, I guess you can finish up your sticks. You ain't got a lot of time. And then you're going to have to pick your partners for the nut slide. You got your nutters and your guiders. Everybody's got to have a partner.
Nutters and
Guiders?
Guiders.
Gaiters.
So guiders.
Johnny, you would not know this. Holly, you would have forgotten it would come back to you. But the nut slide is an event where there is an ice carved replica of the town that is a large scale. And everyone is paired up into nutters and guiders. Nutters have a chestnut and are blindfolded. and there is,
How do you guys nut?
Just another Saturday night, baby.
It's getting personal.
In this giant replica of the town, and I'm talking, it is nearly 4 feet tall and 20 feet across. And it includes all the buildings that have been carved out of ice. It's set on Springwater Lake. And there is a 5-foot line around the edge of this where the guider can choose the position for their nutter, and the nutter has to throw the nut and try to land it as close to City Hall in the very center as is possible.
Okay.
So they call it the nut slide because most people tend to strategically try to choose a street to line up their nutter and have them just slide the nut in and bounce around to try to get close to Town Hall. So that's one event. And then there's chestnut hockey.
But the nutters are blindfolded.
The nutters are blindfolded, and they are the ones doing either the sliding or throwing of the nuts. The guiders get to choose where they are around the circle of the town.
I see. Placing the pieces.
Yeah. So everybody, you got to choose your partners. You got to make sure you're ready. I'll leave you down here to just prep your sticks. You know, some of them have been started, and some of them haven't, but I'm sure you've got the expertise. Between all of you, it's going to be something special.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks for everything.
Well, you're all very welcome. Now get to work and then do yourselves proud.
Johnny puts an arm around Holly, like a big creepy arm, and it's like, "Hey, Holly, you gonna be my nutter? I feel like I can guide you right where you need to go."
Oh wow, Johnny! Oh, if that's how you think it'll work, that sounds perfect.
I think you're in great hands, babe. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna win. Guarantee.
You're gonna be a natural. I just know it.
100%. You guys be pretty good, right? You got your little Nancy Kerrigans on there. You're gonna be great.
Oh, the one with the sex tape, or was that the other one?
Didn't she break someone's knees? Or maybe her knees were broken.
She got broken, right? Because he got beat up and he's got girl skates on. It was a good reference. Right? I think everybody can agree that it was a good reference.
John, can you roll me a hot DC 20?
Is this to see if the reference goes over our heads?
I'll explain once it is, but let's see what happens.
I was percolating on that for a while. I'm gonna break
You've just
this
been
out.
waiting. Oh my god.
A 2.
A 2, yeah, that is the crit failure I expected.
Yep.
You all realized what he was trying to do, but this joke was pretty tasteless, so you all think a little less of Johnny Blaze just for that joke. You know, even for you, Holly, it's like, that one wasn't cool.
Stop calling him Johnny Blaze.
I'll go back and just retake it. Sorry, it's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of want him to be Johnny
Chris
Blaze.
Evans is Johnny
Yes,
Blaze.
there's layers.
Yeah. Johnny Evans, your joke goes over so poorly because it was so tasteless that the rest of the group could see where you're trying to go, but they all think a little bit less of you. Even Holly, you're like, that one was bad.
Yeah.
If there was an outside audience watching, they'd probably go like, I don't like that one.
Yeah, Holly goes from her usual just half smiling constantly, and it just sort of dips into a slight frown silently.
Johnny starts doing a Nancy Kerrigan impersonation. Why? Why? Right? Why? Yeah, you know. He pulls out a muffin top that he saved just for himself. Starts eating.
All right, you think worse of him again. Holly, you realize this is not just someone you're dating, but like your grandmother spent time being nice to this man.
Yeah. Maybe he's just having an off day.
Nancy Kerrigan is a national treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a victim of a crime,
Yeah.
says Grandma, who is leaving slowly.
Yeah, now that I remember which one that was, I agree.
Josh has left the building.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Because I didn't think about it. You're right. She was.
Her Olympic dream, Josh. She was Chestnut
She was
Queen.
just a queen for a second.
I want to lean over to Patty and be like, I think I know the reason why he's making Holly the nutter. is always throwing the wool over her eyes, I think.
You've got that right, Cole.
Let me ask you this. What would you prefer to be, Patty? Would you like to be the nutter, or would you like to be the gatter?
Cole,
Anything. He can say anything. It's so funny. It's so serious. You want to be the nutter?
It's getting so low and so quiet.
I love it.
Sorry.
Do you want to be the guy?
I love it so much, guy.
I trust you implicitly, and I just wonder, what's your confidence on Kelly's skates?
I'm not that much of a skater. I mean, I was a frontline pick for the Colorado Avalanches, but been some time.
Was that a skating team, Cole?
I mean, they have skills. Tell you what, I say we Rochambeau for it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we put up our dukes. Ready. Rochambeau.
A tie.
Oh, it's
2 out of 3?
2 out of 3, okay. Rochambeau.
Oh.
All right, now we
Paper
didn't
beat rock, just for the audio
a
listeners.
paper beat rock. We didn't actually designate what the winner gets or the loser gets.
Well, nor are you finished. She only won
2 out of 3.
Oh, right. Well,
You know what?
okay, I forgot how Rochambeau goes. All right.
Let's do it in 3. All right.
Wait.
What did you win? I just have to acknowledge, even more insane. In my elementary school, Rochambeauing meant each of you would take turns kicking each other in the nuts until someone gave up.
Until someone gave up. Until they just stopped. They didn't want to play
Like,
anymore.
if you lose.
All right, Cole, brace your nuts.
All right. This one's for who's
For all the marbles.
This one's for the nutter.
Okay.
Okay, whoever wins
No, if you win, it's tied. She's won.
Oh, right. Okay, yes.
Okay, can you both roll me? I'm going to say, can you just both roll me a straight, just wits? Just both roll me wits, and we'll see who wins this Rochambeau.
Oh, that's the name of this episode.
All right, ready?
I really want you to win, Cole.
Right back at you. That's a 1. I lost.
Oh, that's
Patty
a 1.
cakes for the win.
There we go. All right. Patty, you definitively will be the nutter for this event because you have won, which means the challenge left to you in this basement is creating the chestnut hockey sticks that you need for the chestnut hockey game.
Okay.
Who is going to be making these? Is everybody going to make their own? Do you want to have somebody make them for the team? What is your general intent?
I mean, I'm happy to handle people's sticks.
I've seen the way you handle that Ponderosa pine, and I'm okay with that. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking this on, man.
Oh, Cole, thank you so much. I know that you know those chestnut trees backwards and forwards. Is there anything that we can do to help speed it along, or?
Well, if you have any tea tree oil, that will help with the glisten. I like to wow the people with a good glisten on our sticks. And if somebody could find me a good bandsaw, that'd be great. Grandma, you still here, right?
Oh, sorry. I was upstairs, but I'm back. I'm at the top of the stairs. What can I do for you?
Grandma, I'd like to align these sticks. I'd like to make them the perfect regulation height and width and girth. Could I use a bandsaw if you happen to have one?
Well, just let me check. Yeah, you got a bandsaw. If you just move that one little mannequin right there with the chestnut costume on it, you shift that aside and see there is a small, meager tool setup. It's not as much as you would have at your own farm or you have with your setup, but there are enough tools here that you can work without it being a negative effect to your overall attempt. So I'm going to need you, Cole, to roll me 4 tech checks.
Ooh, 4 tech checks. All right.
The DC on these will be 6.
Okay.
But succeeding by more will make a stronger stick. Failure will make a weaker one. It can affect people's abilities in the hockey game.
It's a 3.
That's a 3. All right. I'm going to make a note of these so that you can decide who gets which stick.
That's Johnny's.
Hey.
An 8.
Ooh, an 8.
A 2. And a 4.
Well, Cole, the chestnut tree limbs here are not very good. And Grandma clearly started some sticks and started shaving them down. You can't add wood to a stick. You can remove things from it, but it's impossible to recreate that structural integrity. So you have one stick that will subtract 2 from any difficulty check used by whoever is using it during this hockey game.
Let me write that down. One stick.
So you have one good stick.
One good stick.
And that'll mean whoever uses it, whenever they have to roll a check that involves it during hockey, they will minus 2 from the DC.
Great.
The other 3 sticks will all subtract 1 from the player's roll because they are bad sticks. The DC was 6, and we had a 2, 3, and a 4. So none of them were a crit failure, but they were all failures. So they are all weaker sticks. So the question is, Cole, you were the only one who can see the difference because you have... You're a chestnut master. No one else will know what stick they have been given. There is 1 superior stick and 3 weaker ones.
Yeah.
The question is, who gets the best stick? And do you tell them or do you not?
Cole's going to be honest, right? He's going to hold the correct stick aloft. He's going to be like, no, this here's a winner. So whoever doesn't feel confident in their nutting skills, I think I need you to let me know now or forever remain in peace. I don't know why I said it like that. Look, this one is very good. Who wants it? Who needs it?
Well, Cole, as I'm sure you remember, I was captain of the girls.
Technically, you were assistant captain. Janice Fimblewinter was captain.
Oh, fucking bitch. I was the assistant captain on the girls' chestnut team, so I can take a lesser stick because I've got skills, I can do more with less.
You're a good soul. Here's a bad stick.
Thank you.
Johnny would elbow Holly up to you. Come on, I'll get the good stick. You're always kind of a klutz. Come on, you need all the help you can get, right? Come on, give her the good one.
I thought that maybe you might want it since you've never done these before, and we've all had...
It's not about the tools. It's about the man. All right, got this. Just give me whatever one you got lying around. Make sure she gets the good one. Come on.
Well, Cole, as long as you don't want the best stick.
I don't need it. I got the power of friendship.
And Holly's going to take the stick, and their hands touch as they pass over the stick. Yeah. Thank you so much, Cole.
I'd do anything for you, Holly.
Yeah, you too, Cole.
Okay, pal. Here you go.
Hey, thanks, champ.
Now, you want any pointers? Because I'm an encyclopedia on the game.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, what should I know? What are the rules of this whole little city game?
So you want to make sure as a guider that you set Holly up for a win, all right? So you want to connect her with the easiest street so she can just guide her nut right in the center, all right? So we don't want to look for side streets that zig or zag. Now, other guiders are going to try and take the clearest streets, so you got to be quick. Okay.
As he's explaining this to Johnny, you can see Johnny's losing interest. You see him just kind of like, yeah, yeah, for sure. He checks his phone to see if he has signal. He still doesn't. Zigzag.
Okay, and remember, Holly's gonna be blind, so you got to be her rock. You don't want to see a nutter take a tumble. I've seen it. Hands get lost. Back's broken. Genitals stepped on. It's a sore side. Okay, can you do that? Can you look up for Holly?
And again, I think Johnny throws an arm around Holly. Oh yeah. I've had to look out for her a couple of times. I think I got this one.
All right. Well, that's all the wisdom I have to bestow.
So you all climb into, I'm assuming, the chicken truck. Or the other option would be Grandma's car, because I think Holly's yours at a different location. So
the poor chickens don't have to go everywhere.
Before this happens, could I let the chickens out? And I kind of feel like if we ever need to use this vehicle, it would be a weight off my shoulders to not have chickens in danger.
Oh, you want to put them in the basement? I could make a little chicken farm down there.
I mean, yeah, but basements are great. This is a big property you have. I'm wondering,
it's pretty snowy out because it's the winter. That's why the lake's frozen. So
yes, okay.
I think the chickens might freeze. They're not winter animals, Cole. I mean, I know chestnut trees grow year-round, but chickens grow mainly in the warm.
I know. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll put them. It's just chicken scratch, as I call it, which is their poops. They get pretty stank.
It's also not great for your respiratory system, Gran.
Yeah. I could quickly whip up some sort of like
ventilation
or an igloo.
Oh, you want to build a hutch?
I would like to build
Chicken
a
hutch?
Yeah. I want
Okay, well, if you want to build it, I mean, it'll mean you have less time to prep for the events. Like, are you willing to stay to build that chicken hutch?
I was going to say, Johnny doesn't care about these chickens. You guys want to make an igloo for some chickens? Just throw them in the basement. We got to go.
I mean, well, I do want to look after, your household, and I do want to look after the chickens. I'm sorry. Is it okay, gang, for me to quickly whip up a little igloo for these chicks?
I can help you, Cole. We can make fast work of this.
Many hands make light work.
You got that right.
That's true. I am pretty good at making snow forts, and it's been quite a while. I wouldn't mind staying to help with the chickens.
Johnny's just like so over it. All right, so you guys, we're gonna make a chicken igloo. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That sounds great.
All right, Cole, can you roll me? I'm going to say a tech to use the tools that are involved here. It would be DC 12, but you have Trish helping you, so that's going to take it down to 10. And you have your dear friend Holly helping you, who's also very good at snow fort building. So that's going to be subtracting another 3. So it's going to be DC 7. Johnny, however, doesn't want to be here and is distracting, so it will go up to DC 8.
I was just going to ask if I can bump the DC. I was like, Johnny's going to be an asshole this whole time. Hey, you missed the spot.
Yeah, so DC 8 for building this igloo for chickens.
Oh, that's a 1. Can I spend some of my...
You absolutely
Yeah.
can spend your tokens.
Okay.
How many tokens are you going to spend?
On the chicken?
Does anybody have any?
I don't have anything.
This guy does,
I have
but
4, but I'm
he's not helping you.
All right. I'm spending them. Okay, I'm spending 7.
Oh,
Save the chicken.
He knows his way around a chicken.
There we
Now,
go.
I will point out to the table, perhaps to Johnny Blaze deep in his heart.
Stop calling him Johnny
Fuck.
Blaze.
I'm sorry. Perhaps to Johnny Evans deep in his heart. If you help, Johnny, if you help with those turbo tokens, because you can trade it 1 for 1 in the scene that you were in. And if our dear friend Cole, Mississippi uses his last turbo token, he would exceed this roll by 5, which would mean you would have time to prepare when you get to the event, find out what's going on and move forwards. If you don't, you will arrive just as it starts and get thrown into things.
Do it.
How many tokens does he need?
He needs 5, which is why I'm like, he will need all 4 of yours and his to do it. I'm not putting any requirements on this. This is a question for team leader Johnny Evans. Does Johnny care about this team / this igloo / America? Or spiting Cole, Mississippi and having it be late and ultimately it being Cole's fault?
So I think that would be the 2 places that he lives. It's either spiting Cole, like doing it so that Cole fails and that he can kind of, elbow nudge Holly the whole time and be like, look at this guy here. He's really wasting everybody's time. But then I think the alternative is that if he pitches in and helps, he's also going to be able to kind of big time Cole, I think, right in front of him. Like, I've been on Arctic sets before, and that's not how you make an igloo. He'll, he's going to burn it, and he's going to try and big time Cole.
Alrighty.
So am I using 7 of these?
You'll have to use your 8th as well.
Oh, boy.
And I'm using all 4 of mine to big time him.
Cashing in every turbo token this party has. You swiftly build a fort / chicken igloo, and Johnny Evans swoops in at the last step to put the finishing touch that makes it all work. What do you do? How does it look?
First of all, you blow up, I think, too. Remember, don't forget that.
Oh, I get to go to
Yeah.
D12.
You're going to blow up.
That's true.
D12, baby. D12.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
Yeah, so it is a gorgeous, successful, freestanding structure. Snow has been involved, but as it melts, this will remain. Grandma can now start collecting chickens. She's got a permanent thing here. And what is the Johnny Evans touch?
The Johnny Evans touch is that he remembers that Grandma has a pot of water boiling in the oven just at all times. And so he's going to go in and he comes out with some oven mitts and he pours some of that boiling water on the surface of the igloo. And that melting is what seals up all the little crevices. So when you're on the inside, you're feeling that draft come through and opining why it's not working, and then you just feel it
seal.
And Johnny Evans leans down in the little porthole and gives you a thumbs up. That's how you build an igloo, am I right, guy?
Wow.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans, you're full of surprises, I gotta say.
Oh, that was the title of my last movie. Full of surprises. You ever see it?
Is it from the year 1994?
No.
I did not see
Oh,
this.
well, all right. Can we go?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The chickens are unloaded into this permanent igloo structure. And you all make your way in Grandma's car to Springwater Lake, to these events. It's all frozen over. It's a beautiful tundra. You can see the mountains in the distance as you reach the edge of town where this entire lake is there. You can see that there are a small number of the Devil Divers engineers supervising things. There is a large factory-esque warehouse facility, the docks at the edge of town. You're not quite there. You can see them visibly in the distance. It's nearby. And there are a lot of people who are already here. Kids are skating around at the edges. It's strange to have these armed people supervising what otherwise would be a completely normal chestnut festival. There are just people with machine guns at the edge of this crowd.
Everyone have fun.
I like that it's just strange to see that. It's just a little
It's
strange.
deeply unsettling.
Yeah, sure.
As you all see this, as you pull up, and the strangeness is the juxtaposition of the normal event with this militarized threat that also are a kid falls down, the family goes over, but no one's preventing anybody from doing anything. You're not seeing anything strange. It's just a weird vibe. The Ice City sculpture is in place, clearly ready for that event. You can see that the 2 goals have been set up for the chestnut hockey. And you're making your way forwards through the crowd. The question I have for you first is, your weapons are not easily disguised. You have 2 flamethrowers, a rocket launcher, and 2 machine guns. Are you bringing those with you? Are you leaving those in the car? What is your plan for weaponry?
Did we still get the ski bag? Did we ever wind up getting it?
You did get a bag, so you have the
Right.
ability
Yeah.
to do that. Even at Grandma's, you would have had it. So
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
carry it around in that kind of duffel bag way of weaponry. I will say you can fit 2 weapons inside that, not everything. So what would you want to bring?
I still had a machine gun, I believe, too.
So you
that
claimed
I stole.
from the
Yeah.
other group. So
Yeah.
yes, there is another machine gun. That is true. And a stun baton.
Yeah,
for
taser
hauling.
stick. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Taser stick.
I think you could fit the taser stick in with 2 other traditional weapons in this bag without it looking
Okay.
awkward.
Let's take the taser stick and we'll maybe be flamethrower on ice. Maybe not the best idea, or maybe the best idea.
Maybe the absolute best idea.
Cole, what do you think?
The flamethrower and the rocket launcher are pretty bulky. I gotta say, I think I'm just going to.
I'll let you have all 3 machine guns and the taser stick if you don't want to bring flamethrowers or the rocket launcher, because they are significantly larger than the other
That
weapons.
makes sense.
Johnny's already loaded up his machine guns, and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Oh, well,
And
okay.
he zips the bag closed.
I'm just going to bring myself one of the machine guns, and I'm going to stuff it in the back of my pants.
Okay.
Can you roll me a wits DC 4?
Are you gonna have one completely stiff leg?
These are mini, right? Kind of mini. It's not like an AK.
It's not an AK, but it's MP5 style, so it's still a 2-handed machine gun.
Oh, my bad.
17.
Yeah, you realize putting those in your pants is an awful idea. You can just unzip the bag and put the gun in the bag.
Yeah, you're okay.
We can have 3. Yeah.
I'm gonna store it in your bag if I could.
All right, so in this bag, you have 3 machine guns and Hawley's stun stick. And you're making your way out into the crowd to join this event, kind of mill about, blend in. And that's when you see Violet Strongblossom approach. And she comes to you, Johnny Evans, because she knows who the team leader is. And she says, hey, so nice to see all of you. So great that you're here. She leans in and says, the radiation sensors are going off inside Springwater Lake. We could just all, meditate and be a part of community. I think there's a nuclear sub underwater. Somewhere hidden here. Perhaps the devil divers are doing it. Oh, it's so great. I love the town. I love you, Trish. I love you, Holly.
Oh.
This is top secret, but Springwater Lake is actually where all spring water comes from in America. Every bottle that has ever been produced has come out of here.
That's
If
why they all
nuke it,
taste the same.
We're out of water. If they nuke this place, it's all game over. So you're going to have to deal with that nuclear sub. Otherwise, America's screwed. Oh, yeah, it's such a cool event. So fun. So fun. Good luck. She walks away. And you were all left realizing that your long-term goal to become two of you, Chestnut King and Chestnut Queen, one of you to not become Chestnut Jester. You have Chestnut Hockey. You have the Nut Slide. There are so many things ahead of you regularly for this town, and now you've discovered that there is a nuclear submarine in play with the Devil Divers. And Springwater Lake is the source of all spring water for every bottled water company in America. And if you can't save it, America could dry up. What will you do? We'll find out on the next episode of Hallmark Never Stop Blowing Up.